Baruch here with Gen Connect at the Sundance Film Festival, and we're chatting with Amanda Cole, one of the co-stars and co-producers of a very entertaining new web series and platform that's really reframing the way we discuss race throughout the country. How are you, Amanda?
I'm great, Baruch. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So take me back a little bit. You're currently a student at Brown. You're sitting around a dining hall table with some of the other students. How does this idea for this new web series, Spicy Wit, come about? Oh, and what is a Spicy Wit?
Okay, so a Spicy Wit is a fried chicken sandwich, a very popular dish at Brown University. And Spicy Wit, without the H, it's a new way of defining black comedy. So basically, it was a group of students sitting around the table, and they essentially recognized a gap in popular culture around the way race is represented in media.
Let's pause for a second. A lot of people have been saying recently that we, at this point, and probably for the better, live in a post-racial society. Is there really still a need to talk about race at all?
And that's exactly it, is that we live in a society today where legally we are all more equal than we've ever been, but we're absolutely not in a post-racial society. Race is part of our society and always will be and always should be, and it should be celebrated as opposed to ignored. And I think that we have found that it's almost, in a sense, easier not to talk about it in an effort to stay politically correct than to risk having a slip-up and revealing a potential bias. And our executive producer, Nick White, really perfectly put it, that is in those slip-ups that you find the comedy. And so that is what Spicy Wit is based off of.
So why is comedy the best way for us to start exploring race in a way that isn't intimidating to us and actually is productive in moving our approach to race forward?
That's a good question. I think that satire has a lot of potential to be a really productive component of this conversation, but if not done well, I think that it absolutely can cross the line.
You mentioned your amazing team earlier in the conversation. Tell me what it's like to really work through the issues, work through the conversations that lead to some content that could sometimes be a little uncomfortable.
I have to say that this is the most diverse, unique, and talented group of individuals that I've ever met, truly, let alone worked with. And what's really interesting about Spicy Wit is that they really practice what they preach. Every part of production, from the writing to the post-production, it's been a kind of a means to work on and work out our frustrations of how best to articulate these things. Every email exchange, every kind of conversation, we're referring to stereotypes and we're referring to realities, and we're all a little bit hesitant to say the wrong thing, just as we are in everyday life. And that's something that's really neat about this, is that we've all sort of come to understand, I think race as it exists today in a deeper way through creating this project.
Spicy Wit as a brand goes beyond just a web series. It really has a bigger purpose, and it involves sharing digitally. Tell me a little bit about that.
Right. Well, first of all, one of the goals is to combine satire and technology and really work to redefine the way that race is represented in popular culture and in the media, and the way storytelling takes place today. So we hope to be sort of the go-to on the internet for anything race related. And once you get fired up, then on the website, we want to have, a component that's an action component. What are the facts? What are the stats? How can I get involved? What are different ways I can get involved? And we also have a blog that we're going to be blogging as our characters on certain examples of race-related issues in popular culture.
And what would your vision be? Let's say, you're just starting, the pilot episode is coming out on January 20th. What would the long-term vision be in terms of the impact that Spicy Wit really can have on the dialogue in the United States and beyond?
I would say that the vision right now is that Spicy Wit to be really the leading conduit of cultural critique and conversation and ultimately change. So not just have this conversation, but to create something from it, to create something tangible and to be able to measure our impact.
Amanda Cole, thank you so much. And for more with Amanda and Spicy Wit, be sure to check out Gen Connect.